Alrighty, what time is it? 4 a.m. Alright, I don't know what sleep is anymore. What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to get educated on FM23, on FM in general. For those who are new to the game, with the game being on literally every platform you can think of this year, some people may not know the ins and outs of creating a tactic, but also for us veterans, we may need a refresher and some new ideas on how to go about creating our tactics. So that is what I'm going to be doing here today, a guide on how to create the best tactic for your side and how to go about setting up a tactic for your save. So if you guys happen to enjoy today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button. Also, if you guys wish to join my Discord, I will have a link down in the description for you guys to join, which I have a whole boatload of tactics for you guys to try out in there if you guys wish to do so, as well as all the videos for those tactics are here on the channel, so make sure to check them out. At the end, I will probably, tag the most recent one at the end. But yeah, with all that being said, without further ado, let's get into the video. So first thing is first, we are going to be going to the squad screen. Why are we going to the squad screen, Gormy? Well, we are going to the squad screen because we need to analyze what we have at our disposal. That is your first step to creating a tactic. Don't go straight to the tactic screen, because majority of the time when we are picking a save, we are choosing a team that we kind of are new to, unless we're doing a save with like one of our favorite clubs or whatnot. We are most likely new to the club, so we need to see what is at our disposal. And one of the major things that I personally always look at, how many center backs do I have at my disposal? Because that is going to dictate what type of formation you are going to be able to play. And as we can see here, we have 1, 2, technically 3, technically 4. So we have 4 people who are able to play at center back. That right away tells me that I cannot play a 3 in the back or a 5 in the back system with this side. It will have to be a 4 in the back so that I have 2 backups, unless I do make signings to then be able to play 5 in the back in the future. But for the purpose of this video, we are going to be basing it off of, okay, we got 4 center backs, 2 will start, 2 will be backups. We will have to most likely set up a 4 in the back system with this side. The next area that you go to is then the wingbacks or your fullbacks, and luckily we have plenty of players that can actually play there, which is nice. The majority of the time you have maybe 4, but I mean, it looks like there's at least 5 or 6 players that can play there. And once you move on from your wingbacks, which sometimes your wingbacks will be able to play as wingers as well, that is when you move on to your wingers. Who is going to be able to play out wide? Can you get away with playing an out wide system like a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3? And how many strikers do you have as well? Which luckily with this side, there is like an army of them. There's an army of strikers. So 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, anything with a 4 in the back system with this side that we can tell from looking at the squad by analyzing what positions are available to us. We now know that it will most likely 100% have to be a 4 in the back system, but any 4 in the back system will do, because we have versatility with being able to play out wide or even play narrow if we want to, because we have plenty of midfielders as well. So when getting into creating a tactic, we're going to be doing it from a clean slate. Now, there are presets available, which presets can be pretty good, but for the purpose of this video, we are going about creating a tactic from a clean slate. Now, what this is telling us, choose a tactical style. When there is a thumbs up, for those of you that are new to FM, that means that that is more so how your team is fitted to playing a style of football. So control possession, tiki-taka, or direct counterattack. You select the tiki-taka, kind of breaks down how it would be. You can choose that formation, yada, 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 4-3-3, 5-2-3, 4-2-3-1, which with the side we already know, a 5-2-3 is not a possibility, but a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 definitely is. But like I said, we're going to be going about this by creating a clean slate type tactic, and what we're going to base it off of is a 4-3-3 defensive mid-wide. The reason why I chose the defensive mid-wide for the 4-3-3 is because we already know we got plenty of strikers, we got some wingers at our disposal. Same with central midfielders, and that we have to play a 4 in the back. Now, when going about setting up a system, you need to keep in mind what roles kind of complement each other, because we're not going to be able to have a false 9 with 2 Raumdeuters. It just won't work. We can't have 3 defensive style midfielders. It just will not work because you won't have enough attacking prowess within your side. Now, when we are setting up a defense, we do need to keep in mind that, say we have some attacking wingers that are going to be inside forwards, most likely go with a wingback or a complete wingback, because you're going to be able to get overlapping runs from them and they will be able to join in the attack and just make it that much more potent. Now, say you leave your wingers as these wingers on support or put them as wingers on attack. Having a box-box midfielder and then a central midfielder on support, or a central midfielder on attack, or an attacking type of role for your central midfielders will force them to push up into this area and join that attack just like wingbacks would, to add some more attacking prowess to your attack in the final third. Now, I personally know that with an advanced forward up top, having inside forwards on attack on either side are very, very good, being paired with an advanced forward on attack. Another role that is pretty good, and you can have one as an inside forward on attack on one side, and then for the other role, have an inverted winger on attack on the other. Both of these are very good paired with an advanced forward on attack, whether both are inside forwards, both are inverted wingers, or you have one and then the other up top. Now, getting to our central midfielders and our defensive midfielder, I know for a fact that I'm going to want a playmaking type midfielder, whether it is on this left side, right side, or here in the defensive midfield area. I know that there are 3 different main playmaking roles: the deep line playmaker, the advanced playmaker, then a roaming playmaker. For me personally, I like the roaming playmaker staying a little bit deeper this year, so I will not be using that within this tactic here. So I think I'm going to go with an advanced playmaker on support, and then next to him, I'm going to have a central midfielder on attack. Because if I can have another attacking threat coming out of that midfield, but also have a playmaker moving forward to where he can hit the central midfielder on attack with a pass or spray it forward to the advanced forward on attack, or the inside forwards, there's going to be multiple threats at our disposal. Now, when it comes to the defensive midfielder role, I know that I'm going to want someone to help the central defenders, aka our center backs, win the ball back quickly. And no other role does it as good as a ball-winning midfielder on defend. The ball-winning midfielder is super OP this year, so definitely make sure that you're putting that within your size, especially if you're using a 4-3-3 or even a 4-2-3-1 and you have a ball-winning midfielder on support. They're absolute ballers this year as well. But for our midfield 3, this is definitely a wombo combo and a half. Wombo combo and a half basically means that it's a really, really good midfield trio, so definitely try and implement that in the 4-3-3 if you are ever going to play a 4-3-3. Now moving on to our fullbacks, aka our wingbacks as well. And being that we are playing inside forwards, if we were playing wingers, we would keep them as fullbacks. But being that we are playing inside forwards, we are going to be making them wingbacks on support, because we do not want them on attack, because if they go on attack, we will definitely get caught out, being that we only have 2 central defenders on defend and a ball-winning midfielder on defend. We have that central midfielder on attack, so that is why we definitely want these guys on support, so that they still have defensive instinct, because they will go to about here instead of going all the way up here and crossing from the byline. We want them around here, crossing from deep into the center area so that our striker can get ahead to it. And when it comes to our central defenders, aka our center backs, we are going to leave them as is for this tactic. Now, there is the central defender, the libero, if you are playing a 5 in the back. Wide center back, same thing there if you're playing 5 in the back or a 3 in the back. Ball playing defender, no nonsense center back. Ball playing defender tends to get a little bit caught out, but also it is very, very good in playmaking this year. They push further up the pitch, but for this tactic, we do not want that. The central defender on defend is definitely the way to go for this, because no nonsense center back would just toss opportunities away, and we do not want that. For those of you that do want to rock a ball playing defender or a no nonsense center back, ball playing defender, I recommend having one within your back 4 or the center in a back five or a back three type setup with your central defenders. And a no-nonsense center back, use those at lower levels, especially if you're doing a lower level save within England. You aren't going to have the ability to, be having a ball playing defender at your disposal. So no nonsense center back, especially if you are a lower side within, say, the Vanarama National, they will definitely do a good job for you. Now, the last piece that we get to is the man between the sticks, the goalkeeper. We're going to leave him as a goalkeeper on defend. Why are we leaving him as a goalkeeper on defend when there's also the sweep keeper on defend, support, and or attack? Those three roles this year from my testing and also from just playing normally throughout my save, they like to do whatever they want, run around willy-nilly, give away the ball, go to try and get the ball, and then they don't get the ball. Then you get chipped and you get eliminated in the Swedish Cup semifinal. Yeah, that was a great experience. But goalkeeper on defend, they do their job. They do what they're supposed to do. They don't make the mistakes like the sweep keepers have been so far this year. Hopefully there's an update in the near future to fix them. But goalkeeper on defend is what we are going to be leaving this as is. Now, next thing that we're going to do is look at the mentality and possession in transition. And once we are out of possession of the ball, mentality-wise, go positive with your tactics or go balanced. And if you have the ability within your side, go attacking. If you go cautious, if you go defensive, that invites more pressure. Yes, that helps you defend leads, but that invites more pressure. It is prevent defense, which prevents offense, and you do not want to do that and risk either losing a game or risk being relegated by trying to play a defensive style of football that just still does not work the way it's supposed to. When using a positive mentality, though, you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get attacking football. You also get a little bit of the defensive side that the balanced style brings. Whereas attacking is all out attacking. Like, they don't really worry about defense. It is score, score, score. That is their main objective, hence the word attacking. But positive brings the best of both worlds, and I really enjoy using the positive mentality. Now, when we are in possession, width is kind of interesting this year because you can definitely do well with playing pretty wide, but you can also do pretty well with playing fairly narrow. I honestly like playing fairly narrow. I like the compactness. I know that my players aren't going to make the mistakes that they would if they were out wide, especially if they aren't at the ability of, say, a Man City or Real Madrid, Bayern Munich type players. But I like the fairly narrow attacking width, especially for a tactic like this. And like previously discussed with those inside forwards, and then we have the wing backs, what does that allow us to do? It allows us to have overlapping runs. So we overlap on the left and on the right. For final third crosses wise, I'm going to go at low crosses. Low crosses have never let me down, so I'm not going to change what is not broken. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Another thing, when it comes to hit early crosses, shoot on sight, work the ball into the box, where you see work the ball into the box, there is an area in the data hub where you are able to see where majority of your shots and your goals come from. 90% of it will come from inside the box. And it can help, but I have noticed leaving it off, having nothing here this year so far, is helping way more than having worked the ball into the box on in previous years. Passing directness, we're going to leave it on slightly shorter because we don't want to go shorter to where we're playing Pep Guardiola type Barcelona football. We want slightly shorter so that there still is some free range to their passing. And then tempo, we're going to go slightly higher because I do like to press. Now, when we're in transition, we want to counter press and counter, distribute quickly by taking short kicks. Now, counter press and counter, both very good. If you have one, you have the other. Regroup and hold shape, same thing there basically, but regroup and hold shape have become better this year, I feel. I've noticed especially with the AI that it performs better. I still have yet to do testing with it myself, but that will happen in the near future most likely. But counter press and counter is what we're going to have on, and distribute quickly as well. When it comes to the distribution type, the goalkeeper is going to do whatever they want anyways, but taking short kicks, they will do that at least 50% of the time. So basically whatever you select, they'll do 50% of the time. And I don't put it on distributing to any specific area and or player, because that kind of just restricts the goalkeeper on where he can distribute it to. Like I said, he's probably going to do whatever he wants anyways, but when he is distributing to those areas, the opposition is definitely going to know, and they can capitalize on a goalkeeper's mistake. So when it comes to out of possession, what we are going to do with this tactic, we are going to have a high press line of engagement and more often trigger press, which is in previous years more often press in intensity. They switched it to trigger press. I think last year's FM. So I still kind of call it more often press in intensity because I've just been used to that for years. But that is how we set up for out of possession, in transition, and in possession. And now that we have all that done, this tactic kind of seems a little familiar to me. So the reason why that tactic kind of looks familiar to me is because I have created a tactic that is almost the exact same as that tactic, and I will be throwing up the thumbnail on screen for you guys so that you guys know what the video is. I'll be linking it down in the description if you guys would like to check it out. It's a very, very good tactic, but the tactic that I created in the video today is an absolute banger of a tactic because it is basically, like I said, the exact same as another tactic, but with a little tweak to it that is going to allow it to just absolutely dominate the league. If you guys would like to give this tactic a go yourselves, I will be linking it within the Discord. I'll call it something related to this video so that you guys know which one it is specifically if you guys would like to give this tactic a go. But yeah. If you guys happen to enjoy today's video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button. There will be more guides like this coming your guys' way very soon on the channel. And like I said, if you guys want to give that tactic that I created in the video today a go, I'll be linking it in the Discord, which is linked down in the description. Or if you want to check out the other tactic as well that is kind of like that, I'll also be linking that down in the description as well. But with that being said, until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.